friends, welcome to your own YouTube channel Solution for All. Friends, we visit a garden. Usually we visit a garden and we see many types of plants, different types of plants. Some leaves, plants of some leaves are very long, plants of some leaves are very small. Some roots are very long, some roots are different, like fibrous roots are there, tap roots are there. Some plants have thorns, some plants doesn't have leaves, only fleshy stems are there. So different types of plants are there. So why the structure of plants are different, that we are going to know today. So today we are going to know about adaptation. What is adaptation? Adaptation is the process of adjusting to different environmental conditions. Different environmental conditions. Plants have to survive, plants have to live in different environmental conditions, and that's why they adapt that particular environment by the modification of its parts. Fine. So second, the important term is that here habitat. Habitat is a place where living beings live. We live at home. Similarly, plants live at land or lives in water. So on the basis of their habitat, types of plants are two types of plants: terrestrial plants and aquatic plants. What are terrestrial plants? Terrestrial plants are the plants that live on land. Fine. And aquatic plants are the plants that grow underwater or on the surface of water. So terrestrial plants are pine trees, cactus, date palm, etc. And aquatic plants are duckweed, lotus, tape grass, etc. So how they adapt themselves, that we will know in detail. Fine. So plants that live on mountains and hills, plants that grow on mountains and hills, how they adapt themselves. First of all, they are tall and straight. You can see this plant, tall and straight. Second one is cone shaped. You can see it looks like a cone shape. So cone shaped tree is there. Third one is needle shaped leaves. Fourth one is waxy coating. And fifth one is shed leaves in winter. So why it happens? In mountain regions, it is very cold weather and many times snowfalls also happen. Fine. So when falls happen, that time leaves need to protect themselves. Plant need to protect themselves. So how can they protect? That is why there is waxy coating. You might have seen in a candle there is wax. Candle, there is wax, and that wax, if you pour water on that candle, it will not absorb. Fine. So same thing happen with this also. When snow falls on cone shaped trees and waxy coating is there, due to waxy coating and its cone shape, snow cannot live at tree and it fall down and no any harm happen to that plants. Next one is shed leaves in winter. Why they shed leaves in winter? In mountain regions, winter season, plants get very less sunlight. So for saving energy, plants shed their leaves in winter season. Fine. So these are the qualities of plants which grow on mountain region. Fine. Mountains on or hills. So by this way, plants that grow on mountains and hills adapt themselves, means modify their parts and live properly. Fine. The plants that grow in deserts, how can they adapt themselves? Fine. So in desert, we know that very scanty rainfall is there, season is very hot and very less water. Availability of water is very less. Soil quality is also poor. So how plant will survive? How they will adapt? So the adaptation is in desert plants, leaves converted into spines or scales, means thorn like things are there. Now fleshy stems are there. You might have seen that aloe vera plant. That aloe vera plant is also a desert plant. You can touch the aloe vera plant. It has a fleshy stem. And third one is long taproot. Why long taproot is there? Because if long taproot is there, then root can go very deep in ground and take nutrition and whatever water is there that they can take. So these are the adaptations in desert plants. Spines and scales are there in desert plant. So its leaves are converted into spines and scales, so it can reduce the water loss. You know that during photosynthesis evaporation process occurs. That evaporation means loss of water. That loss of water is prevented by plants, desert plants, by thorns and spines. Fine. And fleshy stems are there. Fleshy stems are there because desert plants store water in stem. So whenever very dry season is there, no source of water is there, that time that fleshy stem survive, that plants survive with the help of water that is stored in their stem. Fine. So what are the desert plants? Cactus, date palm. These are the desert plants. Fine. The second type of plants are aquatic plants. Plants that live in water or on the surface of water. So first type of plant is floating plants. Aquatic plants, floating plants means that live on the surface of water, that float on water. So what are the qualities? They are lightweight bodies. The floating plants have lightweight bodies and spongy stems. Means when you touch the stem of the floating plants, if you press it, it will change its shape, and when you will leave it, it will take its original shape. So this is spongy stem and lightweight bodies. This is spongy stem and lightweight bodies help the plants to float on water. Because of lightweight and spongy bodies, it float on water. Fine. So what are the examples? Examples are water hyacinth and duckweed. You can see, you can visit a pond and see that some plants float on water, and these plants are called floating plants. You go with parents and see it. Fine. Second type of aquatic plants are called fixed plants. Why it is called fixed plants? Because its root is attached to the bottom of the water body. It is usually found in pond. Fine. Water bodies. So what are the specialities here? It is a fixed plant. It has hollow and lightweight stem. Hollow and lightweight stem, so they can be on the surface of water. But its root is deep inside the bottom of the water bodies. Now waxy coating on the surface of the leaves. You can see that leaf is touch with water. Fine. So if anything is in touch of water, it can rot. But the leaves of that lotus doesn't rot. Why it happens? Because it has waxy coating, and you know that waxy coating is there, so there is no effect of water. And next one is stomata on the upper surface of the leaves. We know that what is a stomata and what is the use of a stomata. Stomata are tiny holes in leaves, and it helps in photosynthesis. That is why usually leaves have a stomata both side. It has a stomata, but here only on the upper surface of leaves has stomata, not the lower surface, because lower surface come in contact with water. So stomata is not there, only it is on the upper surface of the leaf. Stomata is there, and with the help of that stomata, leaves make food, plants make food. So these are the adaptation. These are the adaptation in fixed aquatic plants. Fixed aquatic plants, adaptations: hollow and lightweight stems, waxy coating on the surface of the leaves, stomata on the upper surface of the leaves. Fine. The third type of aquatic plants are called underwater plants. Underwater plants means plants which is completely immersed in water, which is completely inside the water. So such type of plants, how adapt themselves? So what are the adaptations here? They have long, thin, narrow leaves like ribbons. You can see long, thin, narrow leaves like ribbons. Ribbon can move anywhere. Fine. So this is long, thin, narrow leaves are there. Second one is grow either in cluster or in bunches. Grow either in cluster or in bunches means in groups. Plants, these underwater plants grow in groups. Like this is a bunch of 4 pens. Similarly, the plants, underwater plants, grow in groups or clusters, whatever you can say, cluster or in bunches. Fine. And the next one is leaves do not have a stomata. Leaves do not have a stomata means it is completely immersed in water. That is why there is no stomata in the leaves. But how they perform photosynthesis? So their whole surface of a plant absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygen. Means absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygen. That is process of photosynthesis only. So the whole part of the plant perform this activity. Fine. So by this way we knew that what is adaptation, what are habitats, how plants adapt themselves according to the environmental conditions. I hope you all understood and enjoyed. Thank you so much.